It's the Jill of all trades, Michelle C, aka DJ Make a Move. She cute. Your host of Kandid Kisses TV, everywhere you need to be. And if you don't know by now, it's not your typical interview, y'all.
Kandid Kisses blown away. Kandid Kisses TV for tomorrow today. Man, throw that auto-tune on that bitch. Have me sound like Teddy Payne.
Hi, this is Kim Cole, and you are rocking with Kandid Kisses TV.
It's your boy Talent, baby. Michelle and Kandid Kisses TV with my girl Michelle C. Don't take it personal.
Yo, what's up? It's bruh man from the fifth floor. In the ATL, chilling with Kandid Kisses TV.
What's up, y'all? You're watching Kandid Kisses TV with my homegirl, Michelle.
Hello there. Have you asked yourself what you're missing? I have. It's Kandid Kisses TV.
Hi, my name is Shon Sanks. I am rocking with Kandid Kisses TV with Michelle C. Thank you all for tuning in.
It's your girl Michelle C, aka DJ Make a Move, the Jill of all trades, with another Kandid Kisses TV Motivation Monday. And before we get started, what I need y'all to do is lean in real close, click that subscribe button, that notification bell, and guess what? It's absolutely free. So hurry up. But moving on, I always like to bring you dope talents, dope entrepreneurs, and I am doing just the same thing as I do every Motivation Monday with another dope talent. I am introducing the fabulous Miss Shon Sanks, makeup extraordinaire. How you doing over there, ma'am?
Great. As soon as I get myself in the right damn, there we go. Okay, we're getting there. Doing good. How about you?
Awesome. So go ahead and get on settled in because we finna get comfortable and get all in your business.
That'll work.
All right. So my first question for you is, when did you know that you were going to be in the entertainment industry as far as makeup is concerned?
When I was 12.
Okay.
I seen Janet Jackson and Busta Rhymes video, What's It Gonna Be? And Janet had this lash that was like a foot long and this black lipstick and this damn, I think she had a piercing on her lip too or something. I know it was piercing in the nails. And I'm like, whatever that is, I need to do that. Whatever it is. So I remember running to my mom and she was doing her makeup at the time, actually, before she got ready to go to work. I'm like, are there people that get paid for doing makeup? And she was like, yeah, makeup artist. Like, well, that's what I'm gonna do when I grow up. And it actually happened.
I know that's right. Shoot, speaking into existence.
Yeah,
exactly. Well, we're moving on. When did you start doing makeup?
When I was 19.
Okay.
I had actually a friend of mine is a hairstylist named Hosea, and he called me one day and was like, you know, can you just swing by the shop right quick? I got a face for you. And I remember her name was Miss Jackie Blue. I still keep in contact with both of them, and that was the first face I did.
Okay. And what was it, just for like a special night out or?
Yeah, I think it was more so, I can't remember, she was going to like a corporate dinner, honey, big names and stuff, honey. So I had to do something real nice. Mm-hmm. But I remember being a smoky eye and I was so afraid to do a damn smoky eye at that time. Because, you know, smoky eye, you can look like a raccoon in like 3 brush strokes. It don't take much.
It don't take much. It's dark, it's right. You'd be like, no, that's not, no.
Especially then because I didn't know what I was doing. Well, I thought I didn't know.
Man, when I look at some of my old makeup pictures and when I really thought I was doing, I was like, oh yeah, I was like, wow. Thank God for grace and elevation.
That's what I'm saying. Because I was looking at it like y'all was lying. Oh, y'all was lying.
Oh yeah, they was big hyping you up. You be like, oh, I look cute. You be like, yeah. And you look at now.
And then you look back, you be like,
this look, the makeup we was doing back in the day is the makeup we clown people about today. We be like,
like, why is it not like this? It's like, okay. And then I was looking back at some of the pictures the other week when we was going ham up under here. That whole like bright. I saw them toned it down some.
Man, when blending wasn't a word that we knew.
Too damn much. Too much highlight. Oh my God.
Oh good. Okay. So how did you perfect your craft? And have you always learned, like, did you know how to draw or sketch when you started doing makeup, or are you just always in the makeup lane? Because I know when I started, I was an artist.
I was more into coloring than actually like sculpting. Because even in coloring books, I look back, I would go to the color, like I would always get something with a doll or a princess or some type of child, somebody. But I would always go to the pictures with the big faces. I never really colored the full body face. I only went there, and then when I used to go through my grandmother's Vogue books, I used to just draw on top of the models' faces. I used to put moles and lip line on everybody, more lashes. So like I feel like that was gonna be my thing. But perfecting it, I would say I still do this now, and that's take pictures of my work with the flash on.
Say that. The
'Cause I
flash.
do what they call my clients to tell you I do a flash test before we leave because you're not going to embarrass me down to the social media. You're just not going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It'll tell the truth. And then I like to, since I have a window in my room, I just always face them to the window and then hit the flash test too. Because if it's good, I'm under the sunlight, then it's good. Because the sunlight is really the harshest critic you're gonna have.
Who you telling? And it'll also melt your makeup off too. If you, so you listen.
True.
That is the truth right there.
It is.
Now, what was your first big break in the makeup industry, in your opinion?
In my opinion, I'm trying to figure out. We're talking about like the first celeb wise or first like, because I'm trying to figure out the way that was.
Whatever you think your big break was.
I would say doing. Goodness, to me, it was doing models that were assigned to modeling agencies, to be honest. Because to me, I always wanted to do that Vogue Harper's Bazaar thing. So any model that was signed to like a major place like Wilhelmina Ford or something, to me, I felt like, okay, bitch, we in there. Or after that, it was more so working with one or two celebs. But when I did I don't like the name drop. I just say right in there when I did it like one or two of those.
Listen, that's the one thing that anybody that knows your career, like, oh, you're a makeup artist. Well, who have you done? I'm like, what does that matter? Like,
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'm good at what I do, but it's unfortunate that the society we're in now, because see, it was a big deal when we first started, but now that we've seen kind of where it's gone 10 years later, that celebrity pool is monstrous now. It's worse than it was.
Listen, I mean, I remember back in the day where if you just touched up somebody's lip gloss, a makeup artist would say, "Oh, I'm a celebrity makeup artist." And I'm like,
no.
Well, I mean, I touched her, so that's not how that works, man. But
because matter of fact, I want to say, because I admire her so much. Deshaun Thatcher was like, you can say that when over half your clientele are celebrities.
Oh.
Not that you got to do Mariah Carey because their makeup artist wasn't there. That doesn't make you a celebrity makeup artist right there. It's like when your clientele are celebrities, they repeat clients of yours. Then you can say, I just never liked the word because it started becoming very cliche and taboo. So I just like I'm professional and leave it at that.
Thank you. I mean, that's the key word of professionalism, because it don't matter how many celebrities you touch. The professionalism is what gets you the job, not the celebrity.
True. Because if you do them and they don't like what you did, or they don't like your personality or whatever, it's like,
say that. Listen.
Or if you're doing them once a week, what the hell you gonna do the rest of the week? And then you got clients. So if they ain't hired you to be with their asses all the time, well, you getting that check on a regular.
If you are not their makeup artist, then man,
professional makeup artist, and I just keep it simple.
Hello, that man. Sometimes they will wear you out with that. I mean, that's like when you teach classes and everything. The first thing, how many celebrities have you done?
Listen,
one day, I'm not gonna lie, I was in my bag. I almost slipped out and said, "How many have you done?" Because at this point, does it matter how many of them? Do you trust my work or not?
And it's like they measure it by that too, and it's crazy. I don't know that, because see, it's like once I post, if I do somebody that is a celeb and I post that photo, I tend not to repost it again.
Yeah,
I don't know. Now, if somebody know and see me who's seen it already, they want to ask questions about it, fine. But I'm like, I was the shit before this.
Listen, me and you both. Look, we was doing makeup before it was popular. So what you?
Yes, I had, girl. YouTube was not even out when I started. I was telling my niece that, and like MySpace was where we was on then. I think YouTube was just starting.
Yeah.
And it was not where it's at.
And we thought we was doing something with our little MySpace page, didn't we? We had the little background with the lips and stuff on.
But I miss it. I really do miss MySpace. I miss the like decorating and stuff because it gave the page so much personality, and it felt like your page feel like yours too on Facebook, but it's different because I be want to get crafted, and you can't do that.
Realize like the our generation. I don't know if we X, Y, T, whatever, but we are right on that cusp where we know how to do social media a little bit, but because we know computer stuff, we can really grasp it quick. Because if you think about it, MySpace taught us how to do websites. If you think
it did, because I had no idea how to work them damn HTML codes. I'd be like, "What the hell is this?"
Exactly. We know how to do it now, though.
True.
Website by myself, like what?
And my ass on the pill paying $3 something still to go get one. Shame.
Thankfully, I have a great web designer that I've been with him so long that he showed me a lot of stuff. So now it's to the point where all I call him for is, hey, you do this real quick. And I maintain everything myself because I literally did my first website. I sat down next to him and watched everything he did just so I can
have to do that next. I'm one of them folks, sir. Can you just do this and I just shoot this? But I do need to sit down and do it myself.
No, let me tell you how easy it is. If doing your website has gotten so easy, you literally can go to GoDaddy. They will give you templates to choose. All you got to do is drop them in there and put the information in. And that's why I ain't hating on nobody's industry, but it's become so simple that if you were willing to take the time to just sit down there and do it, then you could do it yourself without having to pay somebody. But that's my 2 cents, because I ain't gonna lie, as an entrepreneur, we don't learn how to cut corners. I figured it out, and that's what I do.
Yeah, that's definitely one. Because honey, I was spending on them because I've been wanting, I'm over the top, so I've been wanting like the extra stuff going and this, that, and the third. And child.
Now, what I would say, I ain't gonna hold you. If you're gonna spend some money, the most I would spend on stuff is the aesthetic, as far as like doing the website, putting it on there. You can do that yourself. But if you want it to look like if you want your banner to look like extra fly, you don't have to do the graphic design. Spend on the graphic design.
Yeah,
but website itself, girl, you can do that yourself.
True.
So, moving on. What is something valuable you learned throughout the quarantine time?
You said what now? What did I learn valuable?
Mm-hmm.
That I work too damn much.
Listen, you better say
that is like it reminded me like it was so crazy. My friend a hairstyle, like a lot of my friends are hairstylists, so they in our field. But it just showed me how much we work and don't spend time with people we love, cherish people. Like I know it sounds so damn corny, cliche, but it's like, damn. Like my god kids, last time I seen them before I moved back, it's like they 16 and stuff now. It's like I didn't feel like I didn't miss the 12 to I don't know what the hell I can't even remember what the hell was going on last 2 years ago with nothing. Like it's like life is fast. It's like moving in a flash basically. So it's like I'm pretty much now I'm like, okay, make a notation to call these people, check on everybody, understand what's going on. But I was so out of touch with spending time. It's in the hell. I'll still be working like hell now too. But I mean, it's at least I understand now, like, hey, it's okay to take a break. It's okay to treat yourself. It's okay to say no and take a Saturday off and go. You deserve to go smell flowers and go hiking and skydiving or whatever the hell you want to do. You deserve to have fun too. So you don't have to be tired to work. Baby, like I said, working so hard, I cannot tell you what has gone on the last 2 to 3 years. It's just been a blur.
Listen, you are speaking to the choir. When I tell you, then when like quarantine happened, and I was like, okay, I must need a break. But then it's like, well, what do I need to do? Like it's almost like so used to doing something that's like, what do you mean we can't do? Like I got to do something. I can't still, because that's just what we are used to do as an entrepreneur. You're used to just going. There's no such thing as chill. Like, we should, because guess what? When we leave this earth at the end of the day, we ain't gonna say, dang, I wish I would have worked more. So
exactly, we're not.
So, but yeah, learning how to just relax and say, oh, I too can chill. Okay, let's do this.
And like sometimes it's okay for you to be the one going out of town. That's not right.
Listen, you better say that.
Because I just had a client who I love dearly, and she wanted to book me for a shoot for her company, and I was going to gladly do it. But my hunger had already said a month ago she wanted me to come down to Orlando. They from Trinidad, and they were doing a party for her mother and herself. And I don't want to miss that, baby, because you know anything, island folk know how to throw down. And I'm like, I got to see this.
Okay.
I want to be amongst them, and I have not been to Orlando in probably 15, 16 years. So it's like, let me go and enjoy myself. But she understood, and she's booked with me next month and the month after that to kind of, do whatever. So it's like, okay, we're good. So I didn't lose that business, but I'm glad I put myself first to go out here, hell, and have me some damn fun and do the old dirty wine.
Listen, and you know what? At the end of the day, if quarantine didn't teach me anything, it absolutely taught me no is a complete sentence.
It is.
Because one thing as women, because they quote unquote, they say we're more emotional. So when somebody asks us to do something, we'll tell them no and we'll give them a reason. Well, the reason I
do it.
Because da 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 da. And I'm like, you know what? At this point, it's like no should be efficient. Like I shouldn't have to explain to you why I'm saying no. It's just no.
and be okay with it, because it's like self-care and putting yourself first is very important. And I was not doing that. Like I'm looking like the squeezing the lunch breaks in between. I done gained so much damn weight since I've been back home because I really have not been taking care of my own self. Been taking care of everybody else. So it's like, let me work on that. And, other little things that I want to work on for my own self. So it's like, let me start doing that and start incorporating that in my life so that I can have myself a fulfilling life too.
Hello? At the end of the day, you can't take care of nobody else if you don't take care of yourself first. Because if you're in the middle of doing an eyebrow, you pass out because you ain't ate in 15 hours. And they be like, oh, well, and then this will really kill you. They be like, baby, you need some water? And they not telling you because they care, because they want you to sip that water and get back on that left eyebrow. That's why they
exactly. That's it. I never forget one of the salon owners I used to work at her shop. She used to tell us, and there's no tea, no shade. She was like, listen, people don't give a fuck about you. They give a fuck about what you can do. Because the moment you were to stop providing that service, care less. So put yourself first and take time when you need it. You're gonna have to.
Right. And it's like as a service provider, we're natural givers. So it's kind of foreign for us to say, oh no, I'm not gonna do it. But then you might thinking like, well, guess what? If the shoe was on another foot, they wouldn't give a damn. So why should
I'm gonna take my damn Sarah down.
Man, when I tell you, I had one Saturday off. I don't even remember what I was doing, but most of my Saturdays, I have a Saturday off. Just because I'm not here doesn't mean I'm not working. I'm just probably at
probably working somewhere else.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So one Saturday I had a Saturday off and I was like, what am I going to, it just was so like, what do
weird.
Yeah, I'm just like, I've never experienced this. What are you doing Saturdays?
I was telling somebody, out of my whole career, I probably had 4 Saturdays out of 16 years.
Yeah.
I have not, I don't did work.
I might have, during quarantine is the most Saturdays I've ever had off in life.
True. But it makes you, it's like, because even when I took off for 2 months when it first hit, and me and my husband was like, you know what, I think I went paid to work too fast. Because I was rather enjoying relaxing a little bit, because we don't get to do it at all.
Like when I tell you I was forgetting what day it was, I was
taking my vitamins and just walking. Okay, this is
life and creating different stuff, creating content. I was just like, and then they said we can go back, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna lie, I did miss my clients. And
yes, I did.
People, period. Because when we in quarantine, we couldn't touch. We could talk, but we couldn't talk about them. And it's like you can talk to people all day long, but just the physical interaction is so much different than just talking to somebody over the phone or whatever. And so just going back, I was like, it was cool going back. But then you went back for that first month, they'd be like, yeah, they need to go ahead because I need.
I was tired. Wait a minute. But I started drinking me some because I had to let my caffeine go. So I started taking these energy liquefied ginseng. Baby, them things had me up.
Now, my brother told me about that. He got my mama drink. I hadn't tried it yet because I'm doing my own little health regimen. I was like, I don't want to, mix too many things. Let me see if this works first.
Yes.
But yeah, she said that thing is on fire. You be up.
Yes, and so that's what I take now, to just make sure I'm on the right track and make sure that I'm being, that I got my energy going, because I am like a hyper person. But I feel like I do have more energy without the coffee, which is crazy. because I was on it for so many years.
Well, yeah, you don't have to have caffeine to give you energy. You know, caffeine make your heart beat fast. That ain't that good for you.
That's what I don't need. I do not need. Look, that's what I don't need. Don't need that.
We need you here, okay? Now we are going to move on to now we are, I always like to ask you about their career, but I like to get a little bit deeper because we are more than our career. So I get into their personal just a little bit. So who is your favorite rapper and singer and why?
Favorite rapper. Let me see who I like. It's quite a few of them.
Okay.
Let me see. I'm trying to think. If I had to think like right off the top, I want to say Andre 3000.
Okay.
I think he has to be like right off the top. And of course, Tupac too, but I was trying to like not give like such a just typical answer too. But he basically, the eccentricness is what I needed. Like I needed to see that in the South. Like, so what he did as far as his style and energy, it was necessary, especially for a creative like myself, where he pretty much was art in motion, especially for us being in the South. It was like unheard of, his way of thinking, his way of dressing and all that stuff. So it just, I love him for that too. And he's a lyrical genius, so that helps.
I think Erica had a little sprinkle in his clothing direction.
Yeah, her too. Yeah, she did. So we thank Erica as well.
Yeah. Like, look, I'm
like singer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I'm basing it off right now because I like quite a few of them.
Okay.
But somebody music that I really, really lately I've been really on The Weeknd and Khalid. I've been on them pretty hard lately.
Khalid, I know maybe 2 of his songs. Now The Weeknd, I'm not gonna lie, like he got maybe 2 songs that I'm like, okay, those are cool. But recently, I just don't know what he's doing artistically, so I just be like, what is like? Not that he's it, but I'm just confused.
I'm confused. Because it's like people thought he got his face done, but I'm like, that was prosthetic makeup. Pretty much, it was easy for me to put together. I just figured like he was in Los Angeles, might have lost a bet and got his ass whooped. That's what I thought the message was in the song. That's it.
That's the thing. I wasn't even following the song. When I saw the makeup or looking like that, as a makeup artist, that's makeup.
Yeah, but people was pissed, like, how did he do that to us? I'm like, y'all really think he did this? But I know that we living in a world where you just don't know sometimes. But it's like, that man ain't did it.
Normally when it's that bold and big, it's after a couple of operations. It don't go from a little bit to just dramatic that quick. That's how you know it's makeup.
Exactly.
They got that Catwoman? Like she didn't look like that all the time. It was several different procedures that made her look like a damn.
Made her look like that, and then the other guy, the Ken Barbie guy.
Man, why?
It should be a code of ethics where they just be like, no, his nose by this big.
I don't even understand. Like, what is it? What is it that made you want to do that? Like, was it
that extreme too?
It's one thing because everybody has their flaws that they're not okay with, but it's like you went from 0 to 100 plus 10. It's like, why? Like, I don't understand. Like, do you just not like the look, or because there's no way you can look like this and think that's okay?
True.
Like. I don't know. Like, I mean, if you wanted to look crazy, you could have just bought a mask and put it on.
Just went through.
Good.
I'm trying to think I like as far because there's so many damn artists I like. And then I've been on a hard Sade phase right now. Like it's been heavy with her lately.
You said who?
With Sade, I've been heavily on that too. So it's like,
who's that?
Huh?
Sade. Was it? I never heard of them. Who are they?
You talking about Sade?
Oh, you said Sade.
Yeah,
I heard you wrong because I was like, I don't know who Sade is. But okay,
I've been on her like really hard the last few weeks. So it's like I go through so many phases where it's like I like so much stuff. Child, I be listening to rock and roll and shit. I like everything except country music. Some country tracks I actually do like though.
Yeah,
so I like a little bit of everything.
Some slick country songs that I kind of like though. Like
it's like it tells a story.
Right. Now,
so
Sade,
you like first thing you be like, I actually sat here and listened to this shit, trying to figure out what the hell he was taking this damn track. What?
Right.
But it was it's interesting. There's so many people that I actually do like their music, child. It's just I can go on and on with that. Goodness, literally.
Sade's my favorite video by Sade. I think it's Cherish the Day when she's in
Me
the
too.
underwater. Baby,
Yes,
listen,
come on here, mermaid.
I was like, all right, under the sea. That was my
Yes,
out of the whole all her videos. That was my one.
that's the favorite one. I
Yeah.
love that one too.
Now, what are some words of wisdom you would give any upcoming entertainer or entrepreneur?
Plan and save your money. Map out a plan, save money. Don't be afraid to take risk, but kind of weigh out your options before you do. And sometimes you can't. Sometimes you are just gonna have to jump right into it.
That's right.
Because it's like it's hard to really say. It's like a gamble either way, but it's like if you're gonna just up and move, kind of at least plan, save a little something, so you'll be okay. Because that's how I was able to be okay. It gave me a kickstart when I did leave for New York. It wasn't a whole lot. I saved up like $5,000, and my dad gave me $1,000, so I left with like $6,000 before I moved.
Okay.
Child, that was August. By November, I had like $250 left.
Listen, your game, it is not a
When I
game.
tell you, the cost of living up there, ooh, Father, that's what got me. I'm like, okay, I done had enough. I done tried to fight this dragon and slay this dragon long enough. I'm finna go. It was that's all it was. I would have toughed out everything else, but it's like the cost was just getting on my damn nerves.
Try LA. I'm from LA, so you can imagine. Listen.
I thought about it, but it's like I don't know. I don't have no desire to like live on the West Coast. I do business out there.
I'm not saying you should move. I'm saying LA is just
it's more now.
Right, exactly.
They said the average is like 3,000 in San Francisco or some shit. 3,000 a month for the average. I said, girl.
It was 10 years ago. One of my very good friends, he's an actor now. He went out there to do his acting dreams. When he called me to let me know I was like, how's the acting thing? He lived in, I think, North Hollywood. He said he was paying $800 a month, right? I'm like, oh, that's not bad. He said, yeah, a piece. I said, what do you mean a piece? He was like, I have 4 roommates. Wait a minute.
Oh, yeah. That's how I was in New York.
That you had to pay, and you still got to live with 3 other bruh.
I had 2 roommates. Mine was like $950. I had 2 roommates.
Honey. And then how do you even deal with that? Like if you in your own space and you used to be in your own space for years on end, and you've been paying maybe $800 for your little apartment by yourself. Now you got to share it with 3 other niggas and still got to pay that money.
Yeah, you be like, child, what if I don't like you? But I think they do personality tests, personality quiz, so they don't put certain people with certain people. So it's like
you didn't know your roommate. You went out there and found one.
Yeah, you said I did what?
So how did you find your roommate? Like you just went out there and
no, the people you rent from picks the roommate.
Oh, okay.
But see, I hadn't already been prayed about that thing before I left. Right. I'm like, I don't want no damn food. And I really got good roommates. I will say that. And one was a model, one was a fashion student. And then when it switched, one of them, she was pursuing a career as a chef, but she also worked for the city. But she was a native New Yorker. And then my other roommate, he did fashion design too. So it's always with somebody.
When you mean when they switch? So y'all switch roommates out?
Oh yeah, it'll be like because they only give you 6. I think it's 6 months to a year. So I think it would have to be 6 months then. So after 6 months, you can say if you want to stay, if you want to leave it. But then you switch, you'll bring in somebody else. Then
so it's like a program. It's like a program.
Basically, you can renew your lease every 6 months.
Okay.
And if you don't want to stay, you just put in you don't want to stay. But I had the same roommates for at least a year before I had to switch. And then the other 2 that came after that, 2 came after that, they stayed up till I was about to get ready to move. So I still had the same people. And luckily everybody was cool. That's what I like. Thank God.
Well, I mean, with it being so expensive, I guess you got to figure something out. But I'm like, because it's like New York and LA, it's the culture to have a roommate. Like if you don't have a roommate in New York and LA, it's kind of like
to be rich,
be balling, right. You got to be. Because I know, like when my house that we grew up in, right now, if you check, that house is worth $700,000, right? And it's not in no like Hollywood. It's just regular suburbia, Carson, California, and it's like 700,000. And I think we had a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. That's all. 2.5 bath, and it's 700,000 right now. So,
you can do so much with 700,000 down this way. Good gracious,
man! If you had 7K, anything close to
thinking about relocating.
Okay.
I'm thinking about moving to Dallas, Texas. I've never even been, but I heard that's the move. So I'm gonna go visit and see if I like it first. And if I got to just pack up and start over, oh hell well.
They feel Texas is pretty good, and as far as the money range, it's kind of the same as Atlanta. You can kind of deal with the whatever it is. What even made you want to go to New York, just to see what the makeup scene was like, or?
Yes, I took off because I wanted to do more so fashion, so I had to go where it was at. I had met with a rep that came to like a fashion show I went to. I can't remember if I was in New York or Atlanta then. I think I was living in Atlanta. I mean, not living in Georgia then, Columbus. And the guy was like, asked me basically what I was trying to do. I said I wanted to do, fashion or whatever. He was like, New York, LA. Well, he said Europe if you want to do fashion. Then he pulled his glass down. This if you want to do fashion. In other words, what the fuck are you doing in that little country ass town? Sis, you're gonna have to move to one of these places to get to where you're trying to go. Right. So I went up there and I tried it out for New York for a little while, and it was okay, but it wasn't exactly what I thought. It gave me what I thought I was going to get, and then completely not. So it was like it was interesting. But I feel like I needed that experience though, because I know in Georgia we have like a no compete thing going, right? You can't, like, you see Burger King and McDonald's, they're always across the street from each other. They never on the same side.
Okay, yeah.
Up there, that gives not a fuck. It was 3 nail salons on the same row. It's whoever can pay that rent. They have 2 pizza parlors next door to each other.
That's right.
Whereas, yeah. And it's like with the pedicures, you can get one for 25 here, you can get one for 20 here, but then it's one down the street for 15. So basically what I'm telling you is our industry is oversaturated there.
Right.
So it makes it like the rate is still, you can charge more, but it's still going to balance out what you would have gotten here. So it really didn't make, in my case, it didn't really make too much of a difference unless you got one of those gigs. I had got a couple of gigs with Kiss Cosmetics. Those paid good, like hell. I needed them all the time.
Well, no, that's right. You should have been over your marketing.
I don't know. They were really, when I tell you that check was there on time, every time. And Kiss was all right with me.
Okay.
But I got a chance to actually meet and work with Vanessa, which I love her work. Oh, yeah, and I've been following her forever. Yeah, since before I even got into it. But I got a chance to work with her and meet her, and that's how I end up doing some work with Kiss too. Yeah. But that was a great experience there. So stuff like that, now that made it worth going.
Definitely.
But it's like, girl, by the time they start kick baby, this $950, which wouldn't have been a big deal. It's the fact that I was working 6 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
I used to work at Sephora, and I had another job at Harmon's, and I worked there. So it's like that was. But yes, I was working 6 days a week and was barely just that much making it. I'm like, child, this is not what I'm used to. Anytime you got to pick between Chipotle and a haircut, it's time for a bitch to get back to Georgia.
I know that's
like,
ramen or
I had a great barber up there too.
Lord have mercy. Yeah,
it's a lot. There was a lot of coin.
It's a struggle there, definitely.
But I didn't regret it though. I feel like I needed to go because it showed me like, okay, it ain't necessarily where you at, it's how you working where you are. It's where you putting in the work where you are. Because I mean, if you're here, and I remember this woman telling me she owned properties over there. You can kind of look, she was an old rich bitch. But she was telling me, she was like, well, she knew I wasn't from there because my accent heavy as hell. Right. So she was like, well, what made you just come here? She's like, well, most people are flying out. She's like, if I didn't have properties here, honey, I would not be in this city. I don't even like New York.
Hello?
So I gotta stay here to run businesses. I don't like this place. I'm like, ooh. And I think people like from there be like, you crazy as hell. Ain't no way.
I got family in New York, and I don't see how they do. We went down there to visit her, and I remember we were, I think we were in Manhattan. No, where's Times Square at? Wherever Times Square is, where we was at. And it was just so overly, I mean, I know it was a tourist spot where we was at, but when you in the South and you used to having your space where you can do this or whatever, it's like refreshing. You get down there and people are on top of you. You like this the whole time. You be like, nigga, could you give me some space? Like, get up off me. Like they are on. I will never forget. I came from the
and
Subway one day, and I was like, yeah, it was the Subway, and we were walking, and it came right up to a Sephora. So I walked up and I'm like, oh, this is Sephora. Let me see what they got in here with new products or whatever. So I'm going in looking, and all of a sudden I feel somebody just right here. So I'm assuming that it's probably like an employee there that's getting ready to answer questions if I had a question about price. So I was like, hey, how you doing? How much is this lip gloss right here? She was like, I don't know. And I'm like, oh, do you work here? She was like, no. And I was like, well, break up off me then. Like, I mean, nigga, you too close to me.
Hold on, we break it up right quick.
Right, no, I was sitting there looking at the gloss. And so as I'm looking, I felt somebody, like, you know how you feel somebody real close to you. So I turned around and I'm thinking it's somebody that worked there because they're so close to me. And I'm like, oh, hey, how you doing? How much is this lip gloss? And she was like, I don't know. And I was like, don't you work here? And she was like, no. And I was like, back the hell up off me then. Like, why are you so close to me if you don't work here? Like, that's how close people work. I'm looking at her like, and I'm like, I don't know if this woman got a gun or anything. Let me just leave her alone because this is just.
Girl, they'll turn a closet into an apartment. They will turn a closet into an apartment.
What the heck are you that close to me? Reason back up.
Everything just tight.
Man, I couldn't do it. And then hold on. This is the thing that really pissed me off about New York. You walking all around to these different places or whatever. God forbid you need to use the restroom. Tell me
they don't let you.
You got to buy something to use the damn toilet. Jesus, wait a minute.
Yeah. Oh, they don't play. Oh, it's only for our customers. It's only for. Oh, okay.
Look, and they seriously don't play about it because this is how much they don't play about it. You got to have a key to even get into the bathroom door.
Or a passcode. Some of it, I want to say at Chipotle, when you get your food, they have a bathroom code at the bottom, and you put the code in to unlock to get in there.
Like you.
I said, see,
that is so unheard of to me. I'm like, you can't even.
I thought that should be inhumane though. Like that's crazy. Then you be having. Let's see, it's New York. Folks be having sex up there in the bathroom. We want to do drugs in there.
It smell like piss for a reason because y'all won't let them piss in the bathroom. So
exactly. How all the look Subway, someone be stronger than others. It'd be like goodness.
Well, I digress. We are going to move on to our next segment, which Kiss or Diss.
Okay.
Celebrity crushes. I'm just going to throw the names out there. You can decide who you kiss and who you dissing.
Okay.
So we got Michael B. Jordan or Morris Chestnut. Who you kissing, who you dissing?
We're going to kiss Morris Chestnut. We're going to diss Michael B.
I'm surprised. Michael can get it, but
I'm through with you.
All right.
Now, you said Kofi. I would have had to just, or Idris Elba, I would have been confused between them two.
Okay, well, right on a port target. Idris Elba or Michael Ealy. Who you kissing? Who you dissing?
Idris Elba. We're gonna have to diss Michael Ealy. He done found out he been crazy in too many movies.
You're lying. I mean, now I was blessed enough to meet him, and he's a very nice guy. But yeah, he
I can believe it.
He played crazy real good.
That's what I'm saying. It did too many times. They did.
All right. Last but not least, Flavor Flav or Biz Markie. Who you kissing? Who you dissing?
We just gonna try both. But if I must pick, I'm gonna have to go with Biz.
You gonna kiss Biz?
If I ain't got no choice, if we living over there, if I ain't got no choice now, cause see, I would want to diss both. Mm-hmm. But see, if you got to pick between the two, you might as well go over there.
At least Biz can make you dance, cause he be dancing.
Exactly.
All right. Next up is our AQs. That is our dumb ass questions. That is random questions I want answers to. If you could be a superhero, what would be your superhero name and what would be your superpower?
Oh goodness. If I could be, it'd probably be something. Let me see. I know it would be to be invisible.
Okay.
I'd be stealing all types of shit from the bank. Definitely invisible. And I gotta think of something. I don't know what name I would have though.
What, invisible or invisible?
Clariana. Look, Clariana. I have to try something of that nature.
Okay. Name 3 items you purchase to make the cashier feel uncomfortable.
3 items. Let me see. You know what? 3 items that you saying basically just pick 3 that would make them feel uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, pregnancy tests and condoms and lubrication, they kind of be like.
Okay.
But then if you add some whipped cream and stuff behind, like if you basically, or some handcuffs or some shit when you down to the Walmart, they probably will start looking kind of crazy. Or if you have so much of that stuff, or either one of them items, it'll look a bit much.
So I'm like, people, look like a fun night to me. But
Okay, all right, bitch, I see you. Just like I was at Walmart I was at Walgreens in Atlanta, and I was going to get me some tea light candles. And this dude was like, "What you gonna do with them candles?" I said, "What you think?" I was so tickled. Why are you all in my damn business?
Exactly. Like you trying to find out what
I'm trying to set the ambiance. Messy.
What is the most horrible name? What's the most horrible name you
make sure is it coming up clear?
Uh-huh.
Make sure you can hear me. Because it sounds kind of robotic a little bit. Making sure you can hear me.
Can you hear me now?
How about now?
Y'all can hear you fine.
Okay, there it is.
All right. What is the most horrible name? Who, me or you?
Horrible name.
Okay. What's the most horrible name you can name a free clinic?
The most horrible name I can do what now?
Name a free clinic.
Most horrible name I could name a clinic. Disappointment headquarters. Something of that nature.
Like, well, you'll never get the answer you desire.
Exactly. Just disappointed.
All right. Last but not least, sing one theme song or R&B song you know at least one full verse to, and sing it in an opera voice or a rap style.
Let me see. Hold on. Repeat that. I'm trying to make sure I'm doing this right.
So basically sing a song that you know at least one full verse to, but you got to sing it in an opera voice or a rap style.
Let me think.
Now she cleared the throat.
I know. All you ladies, pop that pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't quit. There we go. We did it.
And you was concentrating on it, weren't you?
Nah, that sounded like I had it, baby. I was gonna get it.
Look, baby, all you had to do was put your one little finger up so you can hit that note.
That's just like this. And shake your head with it.
Oh, God.
I am too tickled.
All right.
Thank God for this like waterproof eyeliner, child.
We are moving on to GMG. What grinds my gloss? So name one of your pet peeves.
That irritates me with makeup or just in general.
Makeup.
Rude ass people or just inconsiderate. Like I was at Dollar General and this bitch crossed over 3 times without saying excuse me while we was on the aisle. I wanted to punch that hole in the back of her head. I am not like I do not, because I've always extended courteous and great, but like rude or just ignorant ass folks, I be ready to swear up by this shit. I wanted to fight her ass in that stove.
Oh Lord!
Like, I was like, if that one more time I'm gonna hit in the back of the head one of these dial bottles. I'm talking about horse.
No, you know what I hate
that when people who are always go ahead.
Now I hate when you're in a grocery store and like you know how like you in there real quick, let me go ahead and grab my stuff. You know what aisle is on or whatever, and you run trying to get where you got, and somebody just walking all extra slow in front of you. Be like, Lord, I want the shit out of you, because you can walk around all you want, but as soon as you walk around them, then they find another way to drag their ass right back in front of you.
You be like, bro, I hate that in the car, like traffic, like this road rage is real bad. And it's like I hate child, and I'm notorious for this shit. Like you'll be driving and they just come glide their ass in front of you. It's like, bro, you came from nowhere. We're gonna tear this bitch up. Cause I need a paint job anyway. So it's like if you gonna hit it, just hit it.
Let me tell you how impatient. I ain't gonna say all women, but some petty impatient women in Georgia. the other day I'm driving. You know how you be driving, and you kind of cruising in the parking lot. So I'm not going fast, but probably a little bit faster than I should if since it's the parking lot. But as I'm driving, I see a car and she kind of darts out in front of me. So I was like, oh, okay. So I stopped. I wasn't driving too fast where I couldn't stop. But when I stopped, she stopped and looked at me like she wanted to roll her eyes. And then I'm looking at her like, okay, I'm basically, are you gonna go or not? And she's still staring at me. So I'm like, okay, go ahead. And then she looking at me, and whatever she said, she mounted something in her car or whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, she don't even know. I am PMSing right now. She got one more time, and I'm gonna hit her damn car. I don't give a
exactly.
Like, the only thing that saved her, and I said, you know what? I don't know what's in her car. That's
true.
The only thing that saved her.
That's the only thing we're thinking about too. You just don't know
that she's sitting there long enough to just mouth whatever the hell she's saying to me, which don't matter to me. I don't give a damn what she's saying, because at the end of the day, bitch, still, you need to move. But I'm like, you really think I'm gonna take the time and energy to roll down my window, roll my neck with you, when all you really need to do is move
the fuck out the way? That happened to me at an art expo. I had a client at a hotel, and she got watery eyes. And when I left, she was saying that when I had already left, she was like her eye was still watering or whatever. She got bad allergies. So I turned around just to secure it and lock it down, because I asked her, is everything fine? So everything was good. I turned in the parking lot to get the part. No parks were there. So I'm coming down one way. This other girl is coming down the other way. And so I'm like, okay, one of us gonna have to veer over it. I'm already as close as I can get to this side that I'm on. So I need her to come on and just keep on coming down so I can just go around you. This bitch, she just stops and slows down. She looking at me, I'm looking at her like, okay, which somebody gonna get over? So she's still looking. I cut my motherfucking car off like, bitch, you gonna have a stand down, then damn it, let's have it. So I cut my goddamn car off, and I'm looking at her ass like, okay, so is you gonna move or not? Right. And so she looking like this. Look, I said, okay, so we just gonna have a head bob, because bitch, I'm not moving. So behind us is like, somebody, anybody. Somebody got to go. So she cuts over a little bit. I'm like, what the fuck? It's not even any parts here. It's not like I'm hiding apart from you. What, bitch, move.
Exactly.
I'm in the hotel looking crazy, like, you do here. I'm like, girl, I'm downstairs. I'm gonna tell you what just happened when I get in there.
Man, listen.
Then she get out with a fucking bubble coat on this flat ass ball. Girl, I wanted to fight her.
Listen, what I tell that's I'm working on my patience, because I have 0 to none, and that's why I don't have a gun. Because that's
what I said too.
I promise you, my patience ain't there. I ain't got it all.
It's like it takes time. And people like will push you, especially that driving thing.
Yes. Because everything in my body, I was just like, I want her. Because I think she was going somewhere like right around the corner, and all I was doing is going right there. So like either way, we're both going to get at the car eventually. And if she wanted to be spicy and say something else, I'm like, okay, she might want to get her ass.
My sister had that happen when she was at a pub. I think she threw her drink at the lady, got in there. Bitch, get your ass out the way.
Lord, I'm like, it's too. The only reason I'm telling you, the only reason that kept me from not just being ignorant with it, because I don't know what you got in your car. And then number 2, if it came to altercation, the police got to be called. We both black. We may not survive.
Yeah, it's not gonna end well.
You know,
we don't know what's gonna happen.
It ain't even about me and you no more. It's like, we're gonna survive
at this point. So I'm just gonna let you be a bitch and you going about your way. But she had me fucked up down to that damn Dollar General. I was mad as hell in there. I should have said something. And the other part of me is like, okay, that's somebody's mama. And I'm like, okay, at this point, it don't even matter. Because it's like, if you that old with somebody's mama, your ass surely no better than that.
Listen, mama might just be as ignorant as them. So,
that's what I'm saying. It's like, usually when somebody's stupid like that, they come from a long line of stupid. A long line.
Listen, you better say it.
Well, so that's what irritates me. Just ignorant, disrespectful, uncourteous ass people. They just irk me.
Well, we are moving on to our game, Sing-a-Doo. Now, Sing-a-Doo is a game that me and my homeboy DJ All-Star created over the quarantine. It's a musical family fun game. And what you're doing is sing the melody of the song on the card, but you can only use the word do. And you have 60 seconds to guess as many songs as you know. So we have hip hop and R&B, greatest hits, pop Billboard hits, country rock, Sing-a-Doo favorites, old school TV themes, and party and dance hits. Now you can pick your category. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't know country and rock. So you're gonna pick something.
Oh yeah, I say R&B maybe.
Okay. Let me find something that you might know. Okay. Okay, bet. All right, so I'm gonna put the timer up here. We're gonna do it. All right, you ready?
Yes.
All right. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
That Jill Scott. Let's walk. Okay, let's take a walk up along.
Okay, come on now.
Okay.
All right. Do 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 do.
Mariah Carey.
Yes.
Mariah Carey. Okay.
What's the name of the song? Do do do.
Heartbreaker, right? It ain't Heartbreaker.
No.
Honey.
Do 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 do.
I can't remember the damn name of the song.
That's what make it hard.
Love something.
That was fantasy. Sweet.
Child, I would have never got that. I knew the song though.
All right, so I'm gonna let you do some, and I'm gonna guess. So I'm gonna hold the card up, and once you got the song you're gonna do, let me know, and I'll put the card down. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay. Do 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 do.
Okay.
Hold on, bring it back over. So you too far out the camera. Okay.
Okay.
Do 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 do.
Rock the boat.
Yeah.
Okay. Last one.
Let's see. Do 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 do. So we keep going.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, let's see. Man.
Was that supposed to be I Heard It Through the Grapevine?
Yes.
Jesus.
Man, I thought you would have known that one. That song.
That ain't how that go. Okay, you think I Heard It Through the Grapevine.
I got tears. I got real tears.
What's your version of I Heard It Through the Grapevine? I ain't never heard it done like that.
I was doing good.
You did till you got to that part. Well, that is how you play Singadu. For anybody that's interested, you can get the game at Singadu.com. And Shon, let them know how to find you on social media and anything that you're selling.
Yes, so I offer makeup classes. I have a line I produce. Brows, not brows, but lip glosses, lip mats. I also, of course, do makeup and travel. You can find me on social media up under Shon Sanks. It's ShonSanks on YouTube. No, not on YouTube yet. Maybe that's a sign. On Instagram and Facebook, and I also have a page where you can hit me up, a personal page for Shon Sanks Makeup Artistry. You can hit me up there. And I am about to start doing more live tutorials. So I've been getting a lot of requests for those. So I guess it's not too late to start on it.
It's never too late. Well, quarantine didn't teach us nothing else. It taught us we got plenty of time.
Yeah. Definitely make use of it too. They not playing.
Well, we are here every Monday and Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do yourself a favor, like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And we will see you next time.
Kandid Kisses TV is sponsored by Singadu. Did you do it today?
Singadu.
Can you do it? Can you do it? Can you do it? Can you do it like this? Can you do it real quick?
Pew! Go get it! Go get it!
Pick a card up. Pick your genre. Can you do it right? You're gonna wanna, bruh. It's first to 21. We'll get the job done. So grab your friends and family.
from class, but make it real fast, cause time is kinda tricky. Can you do it in 60? Let's go. Get your copy today at singadude.com.